I'm Johan Andersson. I'm the head of development at Paradox Interactive. I've been working at the company for a decade now, developing pretty much every game we've ever developed internally. I'm going to talk to you today about Rome, Europe Universalis Rome, which is our latest title. This is the first time we're showing it to anyone outside of the development team, basically. The game's supposed to be out in the second quarter of 2008. It's a grand strategy game set in the Roman time period. The game covers the entire Mediterranean world, where you have everything from England in the north to Africa in the south and to Persia in the east. We have a full 3D map where you can zoom in and see anything in the world in detail. You also have like full 3D map worlds. Basically, the game is about playing a country and develop that country through the ages and conquer the world and create an empire. Besides just playing Rome, there's about 50 different factions or countries or states or nations and tribes you can play. You're playing the country, managing it and making it to a greater power. Of course, the other countries, depending on the sizes and so, could be obstacles or dire threats to destroy your own realm. There's 3 different levels you can control and play Rome in. There's the country level, which controls everything that is about the country. Where you can see at the top of the screen, you have the different interactions on the country level. You also have the province level, where you can interact on with a province and build buildings, create trade routes with others, provinces. And you have the unit, where you manipulate your own armies and fleets and move them about. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the province. As you can see here, or if you could, if we had a better projector, is that the map is divided into various small provinces. If I click on one, like Rome here, we get the information about Rome, which has the population, income, stats of who's the capital in that province, who's the current ruler in that province, what trade goods and what buildings are in the province. Here you can build new buildings, you can have trade routes with other provinces. If I click there, I can just arrange to trade for horses and have a trade route between those two that gives us money and access to different benefits. You can also select a unit and manipulate it. You have 2 units here in Rome proper, and you can just circle between them, see what kind of mix-up you get on the troops. You have like heavy infantry, cavalry, archers, and the troop types you have, they're depending on what type of goods you have access to. So if you're trading for horses and have access to horses in a province, you can raise cavalry and horse archers. Other things is that there's other types of goods around, like we have grain that gives population bonuses. This one has salt, and we have iron. I mean, salt is very common and important goods. It helps the troop types. You have various types you can use with the units. You have to move them around, fight wars. Since it's a real time, the units will be not move until you have given them a movement order. If I click on this ones and I give a right click, they will start moving. What else is about in here? We have the country level, which controls the basic things other than just develop economy and fight wars. We have the overview, first of all, where you can see who's the ruler of the realm. We have the rather famous guy called Gaius Julius Caesar, which is images there. Our imaging system for our characters have like 4 billion combinations for each culture type. The ideas are the long-term things that define the characteristics of your country. So if you want to be a big military one, you pick up like strong infantry or strong defensive troops. You can be economy one that builds up lots of income variation ideas. Next we have the economy screen, which is basically what income we get, what expenses we have, our current balance, and all the trade routes we have arranged and how much income we get from the trade routes. Our games are pretty deep on the diplomatic level. We always have lots of different things like alliances, warfare, trade agreements, military access, etc. And this game is no different. In the diplomacy, you have a list of all the independent states and your current relation from minus 200 to plus 200. Here you can see the information about the other countries and the current ruler, what kind of state they have, some statistics about them, and we can take an action. Whenever you do an action with another country, you have to send one of your characters in your realm to it, where you have, you really need to have a decision of who you send and who you pick to it, because if you send if you're playing a monarchy and send the heir to the throne, it might be good, but it might be bad because the opponent can imprison him if it's an insulting offer or even kill your envoys. They were not very civilized back then.